Latvia. Christian Palotia has so much balls that he speculates that Latvia has a chance to go through the second stage, and Canada or France are going are dropping out. That's a pretty ball predicting thing to say. I don't think they are going to go through, but we will see how tight games they are going against France and Canada. I want to see. I don't think Latvia is going anywhere to there, but Latvia is very good in ice hockey in general. Not just that bronze medal last year, but or it was this year, and just about maybe. I watch so many sports that I don't remember, but without the bronze, they are always playing good in ice hockey, and some decent games in basketball, and in some other group they could go through to the second stage, but now they're not there. And there are some in Lebanon. In Lebanon, there are Christian Palotia saying pretty funny. He all about he said about Lebanon is all about Christian Palotia is said about Lebanon. About their chances are following. Also, Lebanon are playing in the group stage, which is obviously a kind words to say that they are so bad team that they are nothing to be here, and should be 3 games into the classification round. And Lebanon, Jordan, and these kind of teams are very interesting to see in the classification round when they are playing against each other, and it's a pretty obvious. And also very important thing, they are playing about 10 games only in the tournament, which is a normal system. In 10 games, there are very much luck when you are... In NHL, there are 100 games when the champions plays about 100 games, and there are sometimes luck here and there, who's winning, who's dropping in the every stage in the playoffs, or even the group stage, and you can wonder how much luck there are. 10 games, about 10 games in World Cup basketball. Even if basketball, the best are going to the playoffs, but in playoffs, I have to say this many times because it's so important. In playoffs, games are tight because the bad teams have dropped away and the favorites are left, and obviously there is very much I have been trying to remember what favorites are, the team who wins most probably the game, but I don't remember what the underdog. I am professional better, and I didn't remember that underdog is the name which we called team who has not that good or less percent chance to win the game. There is the, so now I can show that I have USA to win the, I can't read it. USA win the tournament, Canada, France, Spain, Serbia, Germany. Second place, Canada, France, Australia, Slovenia, Spain, Serbia, Germany to the third place. I know you believe me even if I don't show it, but I want to show it that. Also I have betting slip how the Finnish team are going. I don't know if you can play this kind of bets. Somehow this, maybe not just exactly, but pretty much the same. This is just about the tournament, how far in tournament the Finnish are going, and the most likely are that Finnish are Finland, obviously. Finland most likely stay in the first group stage and then go to classification round and goes there somewhere. And I predict that they are in placement between 17 and 24. It's a pretty good guessing, but I have to say Finland always have more some invisible power in our team in football, in ice hockey, in basketball, volleyball, every sports, individual sports. Obviously, Vilma Murdo gets to the volleyball bronze medal. Yeah, it was theatrical. I'm so sorry. No. And that's not about that hard to predict that, but I just like to some kind of that. And when you are playing I don't know the words. I am about to found there something about if you're betting single bets, you always bet the regular win. Don't get the massive points. It is very hard to say how much points USA and USA and New Zealand should be, but beware that the favorites are going to win. Some kind of big favorites are going to win like 40 or 50 points against the weaker, but some teams could struggle pretty much even if it should be clear favorites. I wouldn't be surprised if Mexico, I played Mexico against Montenegro in 8.5 underdog, which means that if Mexico lose 8 points or less or win the game, I win money. Small money, always bet small within. Always bet like betting is very, very hard, and that's why you should be very, very careful how much you bet. There are also some psychological things that you have to be aware that when you are winning a lot in a row, you might get some God mode here, and you get more. You forget that you have to be more careful, and then you might overbet some. You might put, I don't know, maybe you are disciplined and probably are, but you have to be aware that betting is hard and very randomness in general, even if you know a lot of things. And therefore you should play very, very small bets, because there are always coming sports in the world and betting market. So the betting market is not going to stop, so therefore you get more fun when you are playing small, and you get therefore more bets, which is most of the people fun. I have always think about that way, that it's not fun to play 100 euro or dollar whatever bet, because if it goes wrong, it's 100 euros out of the window. But if you bet 1 euro bets, you get 100 different excitement and everything, something about exciting feelings in your brain, to your brains. And this is the I know it's more exciting to bet big, but in long term it's not wise if you are regular people and always pay rent, always buy food, always pay electric and internet and etc. etc. It's not fun to live under the bridge or in the garbage. So there are so many humans that are ruined their life with betting too greedy. And I have a good discipline, I can say that. And if I play 2 euro bet, there are Pesäpallo, which is Pesäpallo is in I'm so sorry. In Pesäpallo, I don't know how to speak. Pesäpallo is some kind of sport that pretty much that like the baseball, but they are not passing the ball in, I don't know, vertical. What is this? They are passing it now, and then they are hitting, and there are somewhat like Pesäpallo is some kind of, I don't know how to. Pesäpallo is pretty much like baseball, but some kind of different, but like baseball. In Pesäpallo, I have a good knowledge, because it's only placed. Pesäpallo is only playing. How it can be so hard to say? Pesäpallo is a sport which is playing just in Finland, in here, and because it's so rare sport in the world, there are so much less players to know, and therefore you know the how do you, my English is I have damaged my brains by not sleeping enough in my Finnish baseball. Yeah, it's just about that in English. And I had to just a moment. Sword, is it? It's just a sport. Sword. Yeah, it's our sport, just sport. Anyway, I am pretty good, better in pesäpallo or Finnish baseball. I don't know how you know it, but there are so much less players that to know, and it's more, maybe not easier, but when there are so much less players than in the like football or basketball in the world, you get more faster to know the players who are key players and some kind of. Roope Korhonen is a very good Finnish baseball hitter, and Siri Eskola in the women's baseball, and if you are playing favorites in the basketball World Championship, play that boring 103 or 110 when Italy play against Angola, or you can't play every favorites because they are so. When USA play Jordania, I know you can't play in regular base there because it's so obvious that they are win that game. Don't try Jordania against USA. It's not going to. If you have very big patience, then you can try. But play favorites in basketball. Don't get too much. Those point spreads are the words. Don't get too much points to the favorites, because you might not always know when they are motivated or not. If USA are not motivated against the weaker teams, they might win just about 6 or 8 or 10 points, which is pretty small difference against Jordania or New Zealand. But we will see. Maybe they win 60 points or 100 points. I don't know. But that was a joke. In Finland, I could speak from now to Christmas that how in Finland we don't smile that much or make jokes, but I have self-confidence, and my trademark is that I have a very beautiful chest, isn't it? I like to play myself, not like that what are you thinking, but I like that. I'm always rubbing my chest in now. Now my girlfriend are embarrassing me even more when I'm that insane. Finland can also today surprise Australia. I don't say they might win, but most probably Finland are. There are 10 points handicap between Australia and Finland, and Finland is the team that can always in underdog get the points spread in their what the line is. Could go wide, but Finland never gave up and are. Lassi Tuovi are a very good coach, and that is a very good Henrik Detman. Henrik Detman was our previous coach, and he was also very smart. And that game in when the game is going very very smart to make, what is the word, making the, if you have need to make changes hard word, when you have to make changes when the game is going, he was very good in there, and Lassi Tuovis also, and it's probably not that there are probably coming some overtime games, and we have in Veikkaus, very good Finnish betting market, we have this kind of I don't know if called pool game. Probably I play most of the in the Finnish, so I Finnish Veikkaus, so I don't always know them. I have learned some days. In some years ago, I learned about the English betting words, but I have forgotten this. So this should be some kind of pool, but you see it what it is, so you know it, and you obviously when Italy, Latvia, Dominican Republic, there are in Finnish here because we are in Finnish, but you probably know the teams. Anyway, Germany and Lithuania need only one mark. Those wins are all you don't need to wonder if Germany against Japan go to the overtime, and that 2%, there are percent there if I didn't say, and probably you know if you are better. In Finland, Australia, Mexico, Montenegro and Canada, France, I bought that kind of group bet slip when there are all the marks. I don't know if the marks are correct word, but I mean that in order all the alternatives in the game. So now I wish that Finland, Australia, Mexico, Montenegro or Canada, France are going to overtime, or maybe even all. Maybe it's overtimes are coming only about 10 points. Overtimes are coming basketball in only about every once in 10 games in the something in their that's about. It's always smart to start to make English video, English speaking video when you are not knowing the words, and sometimes what I'm going to on average there are every once in 10% chances are in on average that in basketball you are going to overtime, and then there are obviously those games when it's USA Jordania games when there are only hypothetical chances. There are in 1 hour. I tried to woke up in 11 that when the Finland-Australia game. I have also some food here. You probably see what it is. I don't know in English. Makaronilaatikko in Finnish, but maybe we can get the macaroni casserole is the food I'm eating. I always eat it. I always start eating. If I start to eat today in fresh food, I always let it be overnight in there, because I have I'm not adult even if I'm 43 years old. So I always eat it after it's not health. Don't do that. But it's like that. And is there anything more to say about favorites? Are going to the most favorites are going to the playoffs, and it's always interesting to see when the tournaments are hard to predict, because they only last a couple of weeks, and if there is something wrong, it's very hard to fix when the tournament is on and going. And I probably could make some English videos to the YouTube more. I don't know how about I have 180 fans in YouTube. Yeah! It's pretty amazing, because I'm just some weirdo guy who speaks nonsense, and I always speak about mental health. It's Finnish, so I could speak some videos in English, but I don't know if the Finnish viewers are they understand English most likely, but still, if you always probably, I don't know, maybe you are or not these kind of people, but usually people are like to hear their mother language, and but I might do this because I have self-confidence in high, because I don't know if it's maybe I maybe speak more about English. I can't promise that, but because if I promise something, then I get too much pressure to my brains and my mind, and then I very very easily get a mental breakdown, and I do what I want. If there's English videos, there are, and I don't know if you should subscribe this channel, because there are so few English videos. There might be it's pretty hard, because I really don't know if I speak or not, because I so much think about I so much care about that all the people get so much about my videos, even if I don't speak so much sense. But maybe I speak something. I speak a lot of sports in this channel, sometimes mental health, and sometimes various things that are in important life or something, and maybe I just check about the time we have run out. It's pretty good. I just don't want to forget anything important. last night I made these kind of these kind of stats to them. This is a last Eurobaskets teams, and there are ESPAs, Espanja in Finnish, Spain in Finnish, and there are points they are made in every game, and that there are points they have the opponent has made, and I just have some of them. I know I have more papers. I don't have to write this tight, but it's my mind that always write the paper. I'm old. I use pen and paper. I'm not computer always, but computer is. I also use computer, but I calculate these, and correct score, guessing correct score in basketball is very hard. It's hard in ice hockey or football, or therefore, but that's why you don't get too much odds, because it's so easy. But in basketball, it's very hard, and you probably should, if you are beginner in better, you should try only who's winning the game, and it's always fun when you are, even the winner are sometimes very hard to predict and make some nerves break down. But anyhow, maybe this is good enough. Now I upload this to the video. Thank you for watching. English speaking is pretty fun. I like to speak Finnish also, but now when I have speak to you 1 hour 20 minutes, I found it very fun, and even that I had to check some of words in word book in computer, from computer, I'm very satisfied that I speak very good. Good luck to your bet. Bet small. It really is. Even if someone are bragging their very big number of money of winning betting slips, it is also good to win small. Every win are important, even if it's only 1, 2, 3 euros or 10 or whatever the dollars. I know that you probably have been in the internet and speaking to the people who are angry or frustrated or very emotional, which emotions are good, but in the internet it comes in the wrong way when you are only you probably are you might find much arguing and that kind of, and then you should just shut down the computer and go to a walk or play some basketball or football or whatever you like, and even in walking in nature are very good thing to do. Always remember that even if most people are in computer, you don't have to be. Even if I know it's hard to make different things than most of the people in the world, but I have done it. I have been the underdog in my life. Not only that's why I obviously like. That's why I become a better, because I had no friends. I didn't know how to be with girls, or I didn't even dare to speak to girls or anything like that, and therefore I just found that, hey, betting are a thing that a lonely man can do. And I obviously play some video games. I have PlayStation 2 because I don't want to buy, I don't play that much nowadays, but PlayStation 2 is good enough for me, and that could be a one little life hack, or what, it's not hack, life tip, everybody, that you don't need to buy the most brand new video console or computer or camera or phone to be happy. If your phone is working, you should use it until it's not working. I don't want to make this more that kind of, I speak maybe later these kind of things or not, but have fun with FIBA World Cup 2023, and let's hope the games are going that what I predict, that you come to visit more here, and good luck.